thanks for watching my video. I decided to do a natural look with kind of a purplish periwinkle eyeshadow to match my shirt. It's a very, very natural look that you can wear every day or on the weekends if, you know, you're going hiking. I know not everybody likes to wear makeup when they go hiking, but I always sometimes have to have a little bit just because I have quite a few acne scars on my face. Or if you're just going out and hanging out with your friends, you know, and you don't want to put a full face of makeup on, this is a great look to try. So I hope you guys like it. And if you do, stay tuned and hopefully you'll give me a thumbs up for the video, some comments down below, and let me know what you guys think and what you guys would like to see or what I can improve on. This is my first video, so bear with me, but I hope you guys like it. Bye! So let's get started. I'm going to start by priming my lids. This is MAC Painterly Paintpot. You can use any other primer if you have it. So just put a little bit on my brush. And then do a little bit here, and then tap a little bit on this side. Usually just go in and even it out with my finger. Here's my dog. With MAC's Petalescent. I really like this. It's kind of like a light purpley pink, and I think it's fun for a day that's really sunny outside, or even for spring, even winter. We're just going to take a MAC 213 brush, and I'm just going to lightly tap off the excess. And I usually like to start by patting it across the lid because I feel like that packs on more color. And then the second coat I like to pack and then swipe to even it out. You don't have to take this up into the crease, but just kind of keep it on the lid. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Next, I'm going to take Wedge by MAC and put that in the crease. Just lightly tap it in, a little swirl here and there, but I'm just trying to get it on the point, not on the sides. Tap off the excess, and we'll start on the outer corner very, very gently, just kind of in circular motions applying the eyeshadow and then slowly working our way towards the inner corner. But you definitely want the crease color to be more on the inner corner or outer corner. I'm going to do that on the other side. Same thing. So since these are two kind of neutral colors, I'm going to add a neutral color called Orb, MAC's Orb, underneath my eyebrow. So I'm going to take my big MAC 224 brush, nice and fluffy, and really, really get it in there, tap off the excess, and just very lightly, windshield wiper motions, apply it under my brow bone. And then I'll go back in and kind of get it a little closer to the middle color that we used, just so it blends in nicely and is, you know, no harsh lines. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. very simple and kind of my go-to technique when I'm running out the door or I want something a little bit more natural like today. And now we will move on to eyeliner. Now for this look, since I'm going for something a little bit more natural on the weekends, I'm going to use two different Urban Decay eyeliners, the 24-hour glide-on ones, and the top one I'm actually going to apply just inside my eye, just on the top side, and then maybe shade a little bit on the top. The way I like to do this is actually place a mirror kind of off to the side and stare at the mirror. Yeah, stare at the mirror, and then my farthest eye away from it, that's when I just line the inside. I feel like that's, my eye freaks out the least when I do that. So let's try it again. Like that. So you can definitely see the difference between these two. This adds a little bit more definition without really having to pile on eyeliner. There are times where I like to go on the top just a little bit. When that happens, I just pull my eye tight and just gently line my eye very, very, very tightly to my eyelash line. See, so it looks a little bit more natural. So now I'm going to go in with the Demolition, the light brown pencil, and just go in my waterline. Now I'm going to curl my eyelashes. So the way I like to do it is I count 1, 2, 3, go up halfway, and count another 1, 2, 3. I don't like going all the way to the end because sometimes you can curl it too much and then it just gets too short and doesn't look good. And then I go through it with my finger to just kind of spread it out just in case anything got stuck together. So this is the Power Volume Collagen Mascara. I think this is by L'Oreal. I'm pretty sure, but I'll double check and put it down below. So I just like to run it back and forth and sweep up, back and forth and sweep up. And then I always pay attention to the corners because you kind of want them to flare out. Next I apply Maybelline the Mega Plush Volume Express Mascara. I really like using this next because the brush is so different than the first one I used. So I'm using the same technique, rubbing it on the bottom and just back and forth on the bottom and just swiping up. Inimitable by Chanel. I have a sample tube of it, so I really, really like it, but more importantly, it's the brush. It's one of these very, very small rubber brushes. I believe Benefit has one exactly like this, and I'm sure L'Oreal and Maybelline have the same thing, but I kind of like that to get into my bottom lashes. And I feel like it just polishes off the look and separates your eyelashes more. So I use that as my last coat. let's get started on the face, and I'm not going to use any primer because I'm going to use something very light today. We're going to use the MAC Studio Moisture Tint in SPF 15. I really like this in combination with the MAC Face and Body on a very nice day, and a day that I don't want to load up on makeup. Let's start with this. And I'm actually going to use my hands for this. Make sure you have clean hands and nothing oily or gross that you touched with it. Because you definitely don't want to transfer that to your face, because that will definitely be left on your face all day and can cause acne, and that's not fun. So, just put a little bit in my hand, and I'm just going to rub it on my face. I like to dab it around my eyes so I'm not tugging at my skin too much at the end. But let's just shake this up. Okay. It's very watery, and that's another reason why I like this. It's more of a water base instead of an oil base, so that's also really good for your skin. So I just put a little dot in my hand, rub it together, and I'm just gonna rub it on my face again. I like using this technique for a foundation that is this light because the product kind of gets a little warmed up in my hands, and I feel like it applies better and actually really gets into my skin than it would with a brush. Or even the Beauty Blender is actually really good for this too, if you want to do it. But, you know, if you're in a hurry, I guess this is the easier way to do it. Okay, I think everything's blended in, so you can now go back in with concealer, and just cover the little acne scars. So I'm actually going to go in with MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NW30. I actually really like this because I feel like it conceals more without having to use a lot. And just dab it. And then you want to dab it around just to make sure it blends in and isn't like a giant spot on your head. And you really, when you have a natural look, you want a concealer that perfectly matches your skin color, not one that's light or dark, because you'll definitely be able to see it. Another acne scar over here. And get some more redness away. And then another one on this side. And then I've got this ugly one right here. Alright, now onto my eyebrows. So this is the Brow and Lash. It's not a brush, but comb. That I picked up in Signa when I was in Minneapolis. So I'm really excited to have this. So you just kind of comb through, brushing up in the front, up until kind of halfway, and then you brush it down. And then you kind of just lightly go over it, just to make sure you don't have any hair sticking up. So I like to start kind of outlining my eyebrows with a dark color, or one that kind of matches my eyebrows. This is MAC's Night Maneuvers. I can't remember what collection this was from, but the girl showed it to me when I asked her how I can paint my eyebrows, and I've just been using it forever. A lot of people use Wedge or I think Cork to do it, but I like this one because it's a little darker since my hair is darker. So I just kind of dab it in, and what I do is I get really close to my actual eyebrow, and I just kind of brush. And I only do this under here, and then usually the beginning here, and then this corner up here. So really the whole top and just partially the bottom. And that's probably all the lining I would do on one eye, and then I'm going to go in and fill in the sparse areas with a pencil. So now I'm going to go in with MAC's eyebrow pencil. This is in Deep Dark Brunette. I actually also really like using the Anastasia brow pencil. I can't remember what color I'm in, but probably also Deep Brunette or something close to that. But this is all I have right now, so I'm sorry that this whole video is becoming a MAC makeup tutorial, but literally anything that I've shown you, you can substitute with any colors that you can get from the drugstore. Again, concealer wise though, I really like this MAC one. And when you fill in your eyebrows, you definitely want to go in with a gentle hand. You don't want to press down really hard, because it'll obviously make it a lot less natural. We're going for a natural look today, so this is why we want to go in a little bit lighter handed. So you want to just follow the shape of your eyebrow and brush in. I'm not a fan of having light on the inside and then darker on that side. I just think that's kind of weird for me. I like them all one color, but not like, you know, caterpillars on my face or anything like that. But so now that I've kind of brushed it in, you can probably see the pencil stroke, I guess, in my eyebrow. So what I like to do always when I'm done is you can either go back in with the Sigma brush, or I'm just using the back of the pencil, the MAC one, and I just kind of exactly how I did with when I was applying my mascara. I just go in and shuffle up, I guess that's how you would say that, on the corners, and then just brush it through. Okay, so now the line has disappeared because you've kind of blended it in with the hair. Alright, so we'll put on some light powder. And I'm actually going to use Revlon's Nearly Naked powder. I really like this. I also like the foundation, but I really like this powder. It gives a nice finish. I'm almost done with it. So I'm taking this Real Techniques big fluffy brush. You want to use any big fluffy brush, and just kind of gently go over your face. I like to dab personally instead of swirl in. I feel like that kind of disturbs the makeup that you just put on. But today I'm going to use MAC's Melba powder blush because I feel like that's a very natural kind of pinky brown color. So sometimes I swipe, but usually I dab it on, and I don't, you know, go like this or anything. It's just, you can see where your cheek is and you just want to dab below it. Sometimes I'll go like this, and then that can help you to find where your cheek is. But definitely don't smile, because you're kind of bringing your cheek up and you're gonna have like blush like totally down here somewhere, and that's not where you want it. So again, kind of like how I pack on eyeshadow, I dab or tap, and then at the end I'll do a little bit of smile just so I can see where my cheeks are, and then just make sure that they're right on the apples, lightly. And that's it.